At the midnight, a new awakening for Bharat. Moment immortalized in the history of our nation. A watershed moment in the nation's journey as a democracy. A bill pending for nearly 30 years sees the light of day. Paves way for era of stronger representation and women-led development.
महिलाओं को अधिकार देने का, महिलाओं की शक्ति का उपयोग करने का वो काम शायद ईश्वर ने ऐसे कई पवित्र काम के लिए मुझे चुना है।
There could not have been a better start for the new Parliament building. As a nation, we have ushered in a new era of women empowerment. Hello and a very warm welcome viewers. You're watching the special presentation of Sansad TV with your host Kriti Mishra. With the passage of Nari, Shakti, Vandan, Adhiniyam by both houses of Parliament, we have moved towards providing a long pending right to our women. In this edition, I'll take you through the entire journey of this landmark bill. So come along. New Parliament building has emerged as the symbol of promise of boundless hopes, boundless possibilities, and a resolve to build a strong and prosperous nation led by Nari Shakti. In fact, Nari Shakti was at forefront as India made historic transition to new parliament from the Samvidhan Sadan. Taking forward the resolution of women-led development, the Modi government presented a major constitutional amendment bill on the auspicious occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi.
मैं प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि भारत के संविधान का और संशोधन करने वाले द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन 128th अमेंडमेंट बिल 2023 यानी नारी शक्ति वंदन अधिनियम 2023 को सदन में पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति दी जाए।
The doors of opportunities for women were opened on the historic day with Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam.
चुनाव के बाद तुरंत ही जनगणना और डिलिमिटेशन दोनों होंगे और बहुत जल्द ये दिन आएगा कि सदन में 1/3 माताएं यहाँ बैठकर देश के भाग्य को तय करती हुई।
That there shall be a reservation for women belonging to scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, in respect of the seats reserved for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. So consequential amendments, sir, over and above all this, will also be made to the relevant acts.
ये नारी शक्ति वंदन, यह शब्दावली ही अपने आप में हमारी सरकार की, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी की और हमारे समाज में महिलाओं को देखने के दृष्टिकोण को स्पष्ट करता है और एक दिशा देता है।
As many as 60 members took part in the discussion in the Lok Sabha that went on for nearly 8 hours. 27 of them were women MPs. With 454 members of the Lok Sabha supporting the Constitution 128th Amendment Bill 2023, the constitutional requirement of two-third majority of the members present and voting was easily met. Only 2 members of the AIMIM.
मत विभाजन का परिणाम इस प्रकार है, हाँ 454, 454, ना 2.
Asaduddin Owaisi and Sayyid Zalil had opposed the bill. As many as 72 members took part in the discussion on the bill in the Rajya Sabha. After 11-hour-long debate, a total of 215 MPs voted in favor of the Women's Reservation Bill, and no MP voted against it in the Rajya Sabha.
The Clause 3 is adopted by a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting.
So what are the key features of this landmark bill? Well, the bill reserves as nearly as maybe 1/3 of all seats for women in Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies and the Legislative Assembly of the National Capital Territory of Delhi. This will also apply to the seats reserved for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha and state legislatures. The reservation will be effective after the census conducted after the commencement of this bill has been published. Based on the census, delimitation will be undertaken to reserve seats for women. The reservation will be provided for a period of 15 years. However, it shall continue till such date as determined by law made by Parliament. Seats reserved for women will be rotated after each delimitation as determined by a law made by Parliament.
भारत विकसित होगा 2047 तक, तो ये विकसित भारत में ये मातृत्व शक्ति के द्वारा जो नेतृत्व किया जाएगा हमारे लोकसभा में और राज्य की विधानसभा में, ये बहुत बड़ा सकारात्मक कदम रहेगा.
Several attempts have been made by previous governments to bring women's reservation bill. However, this bill kept lapsing through its difficult journey. The issue of political reservation for women in India has a deep-rooted history dating back to the days of the Indian national movement. In 1931, prominent leaders Begum Shah Nawaz and Sarojini Naidu wrote a letter to the then British Prime Minister advocating for the absolute equality of political status for Indian women.
When we attained independence from colonial rule, women from many states went up to those who were writing the constitution that can you please consider the fact that there may be some states, some categories of women, some sizes of population that may not, as time goes by, get adequate representation. At that time, it was not considered for some reason. Again, in 1974, the Bharatiya Janasangh on record said, ensure constitutionally that reservation deservedly is given to women. Bharatiya Janata Party is the first political organization in the country that gave reservation to women within our party. And Bharatiya Janata Party not only proposed the bill when Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was Prime Minister, but also you need to remember that when we were in opposition and the Congress coalition left the Congress party, we said in the interest of women, irrespective of being in opposition, we will support the Congress government. So our support has been consistent since the 1970s.
Bills amending the constitution to reserve seats for women in parliament and state legislative assemblies have been introduced in 1996, 1998, 1999 and 2008. The Women's Reservation Bill was first introduced in Parliament in 1996 by A.Shri Devegowda-led government. However, several leaders in the United Front government, a coalition of 13 parties, were not in favour of the bill. It was then referred to a joint committee headed by Geeta Mukherjee of the Communist Party of India. Between 1998 and 2004, the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance, led by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, made several attempts to pass the Women's Reservation Bill. On July 13, 1998, disruptions erupted in the Lok Sabha as Law Minister M. Thambidurai attempted to introduce the bill. Rashtriya Janata Dal and Samajwadi Party MPs protested, and it was once again postponed due to a lack of consensus. Similar disruptions occurred in December 1998. The bill faced dissent from SP-led Rashtriya Loktantrik Morcha, Bahujan Samaj Party and the Muslim League members. Upon returning to power after a brief lapse, the Vajpayee government reintroduced the bill on December 23, 1999, leading to more protests from SP, BSP and RJD members. In 2008, when the UPA reintroduced the bill, disruptions unfolded in Parliament. It was later referred to the Parliamentary Committee, which recommended passing the bill without further delay. But differences persisted. In 2010, a breakthrough came when the RJD withdrew its opposition and the Rajya Sabha passed the bill with support from the then principal opposition party, the BJP. However, the bill couldn't sail through the Lok Sabha. While the passage of the bill was iconic, equally memorable were the scenes of women members presiding over the proceedings of the upper house as vice chairpersons, and also the visitors' gallery of both houses that were occupied by women from all walks of life. Historic scenes were also witnessed as Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar reconstituted the panel of vice chairpersons comprising 13 women Rajya Sabha members for the day as the upper house discussed the Nari, Shakti, Vandan Vidhayak. Chairman Dhankar emphasized that their presence on the chair would send a powerful message to the world. In fact, before this, in another historic move, Chairman Dhankar had reconstituted the panel of vice chairpersons with 50% women parliamentarians.
And emanate a message to the larger world that they were in commanding position at a time when this historic theatre, epochal change was taking place.
Also on the Secretary General's table and in the officers' gallery, large number of women were seen. Even the visitors' gallery of the two houses saw metamorphosis as they were occupied by women from all walks of life, from all stages of life, witnessing the historic moment.
See, there was a lot of demand to see the new parliament and to participate and be present in the gallery to see the proceedings when the women reservation bill, the Nari Shakti Vandan bill, has been introduced and passed. They wanted to see how it is being debated and who's being supporting it. You could see the Panchayat Pradhans to the BDC members, to the Zilla Parishad members, mayors, councillors, MLAs, and even the film stars, to the sports person, the journalists. They have come all the way to sit in the gallery, standing in the sun, inside, seeing the debates. I think they have seen the history in making.
In the strengthening democratic tapestry of India, the Women's Reservation Bill emerges as a significant step towards rectifying gender imbalances in political representation. Despite constituting nearly half of the nation's electorate, women's representation in pivotal legislative domains has been glaringly disproportionate. The passage of this bill underlines the government's commitment to upholding gender equality and inclusivity.
महिलाओं के प्रति जो आज सम्मान बढ़ा है, आज ऐतिहासिक घटना के हम साक्षी बने हैं, इसका बहुत आनंद है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
महिलाओं ने पार्लियामेंट में ज़्यादा नंबर में आएंगे, विधानसभा में आएंगे, पॉलिसी डिसीजन मेकिंग में महिला रहेंगे, ऐसा इच्छा था।
ऐतिहासिक विजय है महिलाओं का, सबसे बड़ा दिन है महिलाओं के लिए। ये बहुत दिन हुआ, ये जैसे विचार दिन होके कोल्ड स्टोर में चला गया था।
प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी he fulfilled his promise, and all the women of this parliament, 17th Lok Sabha, we are so proud to raise our voice regarding this bill.
It is historic. It's dawn of a new era for the women of India.
The overwhelming support that this bill garnered, with contemporary push for its passage, reflects a broader consensus on women's pivotal role in shaping India's future. The implementation of this bill will not only rectify historical disparities, but also pave way for a more equitable and progressive Indian politics. Well, viewers, that's all I could pack for you in this edition. With camera person Junaid and camera assistant Alok, I'm Kriti Mishra, signing off for Sansad Television.